Hey, Shalom Akim. This is Rakama Kapash from GMS London, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Chachwadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful elect, pushing his truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video. I've got this article here from The Guardian, and I'm just going to entitle this video "The Rich Oppress the Poor," man, because these guys are taking absolute piss, right, out of the people, man. That they're supposed to be providing for, right? All these rich elites, right? There's this, because these rich elites are supposed to be so good, kind-hearted, and wanting to help people and all this kind of stuff. They're good people, really, right? That's what they would like us to think, right? But at the same time, they want to grind you down into the dirt. They want to grind you down into the dirt until you beg beg for mercy, beg to be what's the word I'm looking for, man? They want you to come to beg to them, man, when you have nothing, because they're gonna take everything from us, from the people, right? From the people, they're gonna take everything, right? And have you beg for them for the handouts, for the UBI, have you in a real shitty situation where you have no option but to be completely dependent on these governments and these corporations, right? That are providing us these things, right? They're adversarial against the people, man. These elites, beginning with these rich banking elite families, man. They're not for the people, man. As much as they call themselves philanthropists and all this fucking eco warrior shit, right? They don't care about the people, man. Okay, they don't really care about themselves and their lifestyles and what they can do with their power, their wealth. All right. So yeah, this video is gonna be things based on that nature, man. Because you got here from was it The Guardian, right? It says British Gas, okay, which is an NG gas supplier here, right? Profits leap from 72 million, right? Bear in mind these are profits, right? Anyone that's profiting 72 million, you're doing all right, innit? 72 million ain't nothing to snigger at, But right, it leapt from 72 million to 751 million in 1 year, right? During this whole, during it's off the back of the pandemic and all that kind of stuff. Had the energy crisis, between because of the Ukraine war, so they say, right? And so the energy prices went all up, right? And was charging everybody mad amounts of money and causing people to go further into poverty, having to go to food banks and all kinds of things, or decide whether or not they can eat or put on the heating on, or sit in a cold house because they can't afford both. And a new another article that I read today about they want to stop the job centers, man. We know people without jobs, right? People go to job centers when they ain't got no jobs to find work, right? And if they can't afford, they ain't got the money, right? So they can't afford certain things. They get referrals to food banks usually, usually, because that's about to change. And these men, they're being told to stop that, not to refer them to food banks, because of some sort of data protection bullshit, right? But the truth is, as well, these food banks are also getting overrun because more and more people are falling, under that breadline and need help, right? And companies like these, right, are just taking the piss, right? They said they needed to up the prices because of the cost of supplying the gas or whatever the fuck it was, right? How the hell are you making over 10 times the amount of profit in that period? Whereas people out here are getting hit with inflation, man. Their money in their pockets getting hit hard. People are struggling more and more, man. And you know that. You know that, right? You hear all the pleas and the cries, right? It's all in the news, all been up in the news, right? So they all know. But these men don't give a shit. Them men make bumper profits like never seen before. While the people out here in suffering, while they're charging you the earth, charging you the earth to put heat in your homes. These these demons, man, are criminals, man, and that's all it's ever been, man. These guys have always been criminals. They're to take advantage of the weak and of the poor. Okay, these are the rich. These are the rich that prosper in the world. These guys are prospering like nobody's business. But you are, like I said, getting grinded into the dirt. And it's just like Klaus Schwab and these guys, how they tell you, man, you will own nothing, man. They want you to grind you into the dirt where you have no independency at all. You can't do nothing of yourself. Okay, you want to be solely and completely dependent on these governments and these corporations that are, providing you with all these things, right? And it won't stop. It won't stop. You think they're gonna repent? You think these guys are gonna repent? You think they're gonna turn around and say, "Well, we didn't actually need to charge you that much, for over this last year. We didn't need to charge you that much. Here's the money off. Here's your money back, or whatever, man. We'll pay off your energy for this year. You think they're gonna do that? No, they're gonna make some token gesture. And they'll probably make some deduction off your bill or bring down the payments or some shit, right? And that'll be it. But you're still probably paying more than what you was paying a couple of years ago. Bro, it's fucking criminal, man. But anyway, let's get into this article, man. Oh, you motherfuckers. I hate these motherfuckers. Man, look, and the Guardian's down with it too, man. They make you want to pay for the digital paper, bro. Fuck off, man. Right? I swear I read this earlier. And now it's telling me I can't read it. Just register. It's free. Whatever, man. It's free until tomorrow. Right? All right. Okay. Fuck's sake. Hold on. Let me see if I can find another one. Hold on 1 second, because I really want to get into it. All right. I managed to find another link for the same article. Hell knows, man, why this one's working. But anyway, let's get on. Right. So yeah, so their profit jumped from 72 million to 751 million in a year, right? So Unite Union says UK energy suppliers' bumper results come off the back of exorbitant energy bills. Annual profits at British Gas have soared more than tenfold after it tried to recoup costs from the energy crisis, while its parent company announced another 144 million payout to shareholders. Yeah, the big wigs in the companies, right? Centrica released figures on Thursday showing that British Gas, which supplies energy to UK households and businesses, showed its profits jumped to 751 million in 2023, up from 72 million a year earlier. The big increase in earnings came after the regulator Ofgem, which Ofgem is meant to be protecting, kind of people and making sure things are competitive, things are at competitive rates, fair prices and things like that, right? That's what they're supposed to be doing, right? But it just seems like everything that they did during that time was helping, these energy suppliers, man, earn massive bonuses, massive profit. And like I said, these people were getting struck by inflation. Their mortgages were going up. The fucking energy bills were going up. The food prices were going up. Man, they were getting hit by every fucking different angle, right? And these I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be some sort of watchdogs or whatever you want to call them, right? They ain't fucking helping. They're in bed with the rest of them, man. Right? So the big increase in earnings came after the regulator Ofgem raised the energy price cap and allowed the company to recoup some of the costs of having to sell, well, some of the every cost plus extras, right, of having to sell energy below wholesale price to its 10 million customers during the energy crisis. Suppliers were forced to protect households from a spike in prices, which rose as a result of the CV-19 lockdowns and Russia's invasion of Ukraine, causing dozens of companies to fail. The price cap rise, the subsequent increase in British Gas profits pushed Centrica's pre-tax profit to 6.5 billion for 2023, compared with a loss of 240 million a year earlier. The company's preferred figure, which allows for bespoke adjustments, shows profits fell 17% to 2.8 billion for the year to December. Blah blah blah. That bit is all boring. Okay, right. So, who said this? Chief Executive Chris O'Shea, right? He said this, right? We're going to find. He said he defended the remaining profits, which enabled Centrica to pay a final dividend worth 144 million to its shareholders. I said this before, and I want to take this opportunity to say it again. To be sustainable, you must make a profit, right? There's profit and then there's profiteering it. There's profit and it's profit. Like you didn't, bro. You've never made this much before, right? You're using 72 mil before, right? And you're talking about how you must make a. Well, what about the people? You ain't gonna have fucking customers left, man. They're gonna be fucking dead because they fucking froze to death. All right. So I said this before, and want to take this opportunity to say it again. These guys got no remorse, man. To be sustainable, you must make a profit, which is super important because every consumer in the UK is paying £88 for the failure of other energy suppliers. In the last few years, if more companies fail, these costs go onto the customers' bills. You know, if they're dead. All right. So the final dividend brings Centrica's one-off payments to investors to 217 million this year. Right. So it says Centrica said it was also voluntarily, because they knew that they knew once these numbers are out, it was going to look fucking bad anyways. They say voluntarily, but then they had to putting aside 40 mil to support customers on top of the 100 mil spent in 2023, right? And who knows what they mean by support, right? Who knows what they really mean by that, right? That's not made clear. All right, so like I said, they're following a token gesture, and that'd be about it. It says Centrica's boss also renewed calls for a social tariff that would a lot like, so they're trying to champion, like as if they're trying to champion the people now, trying to fight for their cause. Fuck off, man. I don't trust you. Right, Centrica's boss also renewed calls for a social tariff that would allow poor Britons to pay less for gas and electricity compared with those who are better off. So why don't you just do that? Why you go wait for somebody else to do it for you? Why don't you just do that? So, saying it was the best thing we can do for consumers. He did not clarify how he would like the initiative to be funded, because he ain't offering no fucking money of his own or their own. They want the government to go probably do something, you know. So O'Shea added that the company's strong performance was unlikely to last, but he was confident shareholders would continue to reap rewards. Yeah, of course they will. Let's see. So Centrica is still raking in astonishingly higher profits off the back of exorbitant energy bills that are nearly double what they were 3 years ago. United's General Secretary Sharon Graham said, "There is no point beating around the bush. The only way to stop households and businesses being ripped off by the profiteers in our energy supply chain is public ownership." All right, and that's centralization. All right, so it all plays its part. Right, you want to bring everything under one roof. Let these governments control it. Government control, government run. You know, like I said, when it comes down to it, in the end, they're gonna have all the people begging the governments to take control and bring, provide aid for people and that kind of stuff, man. And it's gonna come with caveats, man. You're gonna have to take the MOTB, to receive from them, you know. So this all has its place in prophecy, and how things are shaping, you know. It says it is an absolutely affordable option that will protect the national interest. Our politicians need to decide whose side they're on and make the right choices. All right. But that's enough of that article, man. You just see these guys are just taking the piss, you know. Well, let's get the scriptures now, man. Right. So I'm gonna start here in Sirach chapter 13 and 18 here. It says, "What agreement is there between the hyena and the dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor?" Right? Because they're two separate ends of the spectrum here. Right? And as the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor. Right? They're not here helping people, man. They go around, putting themselves on TV and acting like they're trying to help humanity, and they're so noble. They've got noble causes, right? And they're spending millions and billions of their money and investing in different schemes and technologies and sciences, to try and help mankind. These men don't give a shit. The William Gates of the world and all these guys, man, they got agendas, man. Okay, they've all got agendas because they're all getting richer. They're spending all this money, but they're not getting poorer. Usually, when you spend money, man, you get poor. you know, it doesn't help to spend loads of money, man. But these men just seem to get richer, richer, and richer. Right? It's because everything they do is an investment, man. They're there to make money off it. And to bring forth the elite's agendas to fulfillment. Right? They're not here to help people. Okay, they're there to do the bidding of the elite. All right. This is verse 20. As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. They despise the poor. Right, and that's why you hear them use certain types of languages here and there, right? Talking about you know especially these small hats, right? Talking about the goyim and useless eaters. um the was it the mindless masses, because goyim just means cattle. you know these nations, right? They look at them as cattle, right? And you also had what the Georgia Guidestones, when it speaks about keeping or maintaining humanity below 500 million. They believe a lot of people on the planet are just cancers on the earth, man, that need to get rid of, man. But truly, really and truly, they're the cancer. Beginning with these Edomite elites, man, they're the cancer on the earth, man, that needs to be getting rid of. And they're the ones that are in seats of power and wealthy and that. So really, it's them. They're the problem. All right, but yeah, they hate the poor. It's a blot to them. you know This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 16. It says, he that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches. Okay, is that not what they're doing? I said a whole bunch of people were hurting and struggling, during these last few years, right? And all they managed to do is get richer. They might talk about, oh yeah, but we made a loss last year. Yeah, but you look at you now. Look what payment plan you had set in place, man, to give you all this fucking money. That more money than you ever had before. 10 times the amount. You know? And you don't really plan to really help and do nothing with that, to repay the people for paying mad prices. You're not going to do that, right? So he that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. Right? Eventually, these demons, man, they're going to lose everything that they've kind of gathered to themselves. The Most High is going to rip it from them. All right, so it's their time, isn't it? It's the time of these wicked elite. Right? They're going to take advantage of the weak and and do what they want. But the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, right? Their times, their days are numbered. Their time's running out. All right. This is from James chapter 2, verse 6. It says, but ye have despised the poor, right? Like I said, they abhor the poor, right? Do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seats, right? People are getting taxed the hell out of, man. There's more and more cameras around. You go past this light, go too fast, you're getting fined for this. I'm getting, you can get hit with all kinds of shit, man. Like I said, Esau's attacking everybody from every angle and he's making money off all of it. Okay, just no normal average working people just getting fucked over and over again. What does a speeding ticket mean to someone that's rich? Nothing, man. They could pay that easy. It doesn't even fucking matter. It's not even like, it doesn't even affect them in any type of way whatsoever. But you man get, us man get a parking ticket or a speeding ticket. Your fucking livelihood's at fucking risk. You know what I'm saying? Your rent's at risk. You ain't gonna be able to make, or you probably pay your rent off first, in it. But like there's bills that are not getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Because you're short now, because you're living that close to the breadline. Like it makes your fucking month or whatever fucking miserable, man. Fucking stressed. That's what it does. Right, when it's against the rich, man, they can park on double yellow lines. They can do what the fuck they want to do, man. Like what's a £80 fine or £100 fine or whatever the fuck, £120 fine? What's that to them? They probably fucking lose that down the fucking sofa. You know. big difference, right? It's just this world is created for the elites, man, to oppress the poor, man. Okay, same with the tax system, you know. But anyway, you have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you, enjoy you before the judgment seats. Right. So you say you don't pay the parking ticket or the speeding fine. Guess where you're gonna end up? Yeah, yeah, you're gonna find out, right? You're gonna find out, man. This is Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. It says, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, man. Like I said, we're still in oppression. Okay, the Israelites, our people, Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and our descendants scattered, but we're still in captivity. Okay, we've not been set free. Okay, we have no sovereignty. Okay, we're living under another man's laws, under another man's culture, right? And working for his kingdom to build his kingdom up, make him money, right? We're not making money, we're making him money. His system, right? Where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, right? And I said, and a lot of these payments are necessary, man. Like I said, they put all the gas prices up, man. But did they need to? No, not really. Evidently, they made 10 times or more than 10 times what they made the year before. You obviously didn't need that money. You didn't need to put it up all that way. Okay, but something the poor has to deal with, innit? No one gives a damn. All right. So again, to be subject to payments, all right, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power, right? And again, this is just part of the curses. We're in the land of our enemies. Like I said, they're getting nourishment off us, man. Working for them and paying them, and what they're doing, fuck all, basically, other than just spreading wickedness and iniquity in the earth. Like I said, it's a curse unto us to be in this position, man. And this is why Jake is continuously suffering and struggling through life, man. And Jake just don't seem to get it. All these answers, all these questions that they have, beginning with the men of the Lord, beginning with our elders and apostles, we've got the answers for all of that, man. It's all written here in the scriptures. And what you need to do to separate yourself from that. All right? Let's turn to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, and repent. Okay? This is Haggai chapter 1, verse 6. It says, "Ye have sown much and bring in little." Right? Jake worked hard, man. As much as they like to portray us as lazy people, right? We know Jake worked hard, man. We know family members that work hard, man, and have very little to show for it, right? All that people around the globe, man, we work hard, but we got nothing to show, right? So it says, "You have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but you have not enough." Is Jake out here working 2-3 jobs, man? Just trying to make ends meet. And against all the handicaps that are thrown in, his living circumstances, his neighborhoods and all that kind of shit, the fucking crime and all this shit that's going on around, the drugs, severely handicapped, the poor education. We're just severely handicapped, but Jake is still trying hard, for the most part, those that want it easy, turn to drugs and shit, become gremlins. But as a people, we actually work hard, man. It's correct. We're working hard, man. But we're not a people that are elevated or that's elevated in this earth, because we're not supposed to be. Right? It says, "Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm." Right? Especially with these bastards, man. Yeah, you can't put the heating on. Right? You ain't warm. Even as I speak, man. Like, I know, like, yeah, the energy's expensive, man. I try not to put the heating on. And I don't need to. I ain't putting it on. I'll go find some extra layers, man. And that's what it be like. But it shouldn't be one of those things where, like, I don't want to turn the heating on because, I can't afford it. It shouldn't even be that. Like, that thought, you should be just, it's cold, let me put the heating on. Why does Jake? Why do we have to stress every time we want to do something, man? It shouldn't be like that. But Esau has made it, made this place such a place where you have to be thinking like that. You know, worried about this and worried about that. Always worry. Always stressed. But this is the condition of our captivity, man. You know, and it just shows you, man, we're not at peace here. We're not at rest. Okay, scripture say this place is not our rest, man. You can tell we're not at rest. You're fucking worried about turning the heating on the shit because you don't know how much the bill's gonna be at the end of the month. Fucking hell, man. Fucking England's cold, man. And all parts of America's cold too. So, might be different way if you live in a hot environment, but fucking it's cold here sometimes, man. In the winter and shit. We're gonna put the fucking heating on. But now you're stressing out. Kids are stressing out. Yeah, it's crazy. But there is none to warm, and he that earneth wages to put it in a bag of holes. Like you're just losing money, man. You earn money, you're losing money. I said before you even get paid, and we don't even get paid right. You're meant to get paid according to scripture. You're meant to get paid for the day's work you do, right? We don't get paid like that, right? You might be lucky to get paid weekly, right? Some of you bi-weekly, some of you monthly, or 4 weekly, or whatever, right? And before you even get your money, because you don't get it in your hand, right? Unless you get cash in hand job, but it goes through the system, man, and they're already deducting money from you before you even touch it. So you just losing money straight away. You're paying what? Paying income tax. You're paying fucking national insurance. What else, man? You might have some other things attached to that. And yeah, and every time you spend money, you're paying tax and more shit. The next thing you know, you ain't got very much left, man. And say inflation's kicking everybody's ass and shit, especially with the food and stuff like that. It just don't last, man. It goes too quick, right? So it's like putting your money into a bag of holes, man. Just runs out. But Esau, his money don't run out, man. These guys are getting paid off. Don't run out, man. A million's hard to spend, you know. And these men are getting hundreds of millions, man. It's hard to spend. Let's be real. That type of money is hard to spend, man. Unless you just want to live some super lavish life. You want to buy a fucking yacht every fucking year or some shit. Like a million, 2 million, whatever, man. That's hard to spend, man. On just normal things. Just to live. That's hard to spend. Maybe you have the heating on all day. Like imagine that. Like you just had the heating on all day. Every day. Just had it on. Probably wouldn't be that much. It might, take something out of that meal. Yeah, probably, obviously. But you can probably power your house for quite a long time on the meal, But it's the type of mindset that these elites have. Well, it's different to us, man. They ain't gonna think about that type of shit. They ain't gonna think about how long the heating's on for. They just put it on and it just stays on until they feel hot. Then they turn it off. You know what I mean? That's they're not thinking about how much it's costing. Because this is their world, man. This is their time. This is their heaven. This is our hell, man. It's Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 5 says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, and gathereth unto him all nations, and heateth unto him all people, right? Esau is just a greedy bastard, man. And he delights in nothing more but seeing people suffer while he's benefiting, while he's profiteering off you. There's nothing, he doesn't, enjoy anything more, right, than just watching people suffer, man. It's like some sort of narcissist or some shit. Some psychopath, man, right? And he doesn't, he ain't gonna stop. He doesn't want to stop. Klaus Schwab he'll tell you quite proudly, right? You will own nothing, right? You will own nothing. He doesn't want you to own anything. Nothing is yours, right? You have what we give you, right? We're going to tell you how much you should have. That's why man are trying to get rid of your cars, right? He's trying to say how much energy how much energy you're using, how much you should be using, right? All these types of things, they want to dictate to you what it is that you should be as a human being, have should have access to. Because obviously he's making the case for global warming and shit. Like your contribution to that, it needs to be lowered, right? Because we need to save the planet. So you're a problem. You are a problem on the planet that you need to cut back. But these guys don't have to cut back, right? They're a bigger part of the problem, but they don't need to cut back according to them. You know, the fact that all this pollution is existing as well is lot to do just with the corporations, man. All the plastics, or the waste in the water. These islands of plastic moving around, all the chemicals. All this is really done by the corporations, but it's apparently it's the people that are the problem, and they need to cut back. But like the CEO of Coca-Cola or McDonald's or any of these fucking corporations, right, Big Pharma, whatever, right, they don't have to do shit. They don't have to do a damn thing, man. They can go still fly on a plane, spray chemtrails in the air, right? They can still drive their Bentleys, right? Their fucking Humvees, their fucking armor plated fucking cars and that. They can still do all of that, right? Eat as much meat as they want to eat, right? But you have to cut back, right? Because the world is in peril. So we're gonna fucking tax the shit out of you and restrict to everything that you're doing, right? But they got unlimited. But they got unlimited though. This world is not for us, man. Okay, and it should be very, very evident, man. All right. This is Psalm 73 verse 5, right? It says here. Actually, did I miss something? No, no, I didn't. Psalm 73 verse 3 says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked." Right, the wicked prosper in this world, man. That is a fact, right? That is a fact, right? And it can't be disputed. Right? I don't care what you say, right? So for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm, right? They hold strength. Nothing deters them, right? They stay strong in whatever it is that they're doing. Doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter, right? If they if they get sued or anything like that, man, they're still there. There's so much fucking money going around. It doesn't even matter if they get like who is it? Who am I thinking about? Who is it? Johnson and Johnson with the baby powder shit, with the carcinogens and shit, man. They might get sued by I don't know, a bunch of people, right? But they're still able to make products. The company ain't gone bust. Their strength is firm, brother. You know what I'm saying? They make a payout. They'll just pay somebody out, and then they continue to do what the fuck they're doing. Oh yeah, we'll make some adjustments uh, uh the ingredients of the talcum powder, and it's all right to keep selling. Yeah, all right, cool. Like nothing really fucking happens to them. Let's be real about it. You know, or Coca-Cola's found to be doing this or X, Y, Z, or it doesn't seem to matter. These men are still there. They're still running they might change. They might change like a boss here or there, or just replace it with another guy. But the company keeps fucking turning over, man. There doesn't seem to be no end to it, really. They're strong. They're firm. They're in place. You ain't removing them. All right. So they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men, right? Like I said, they ain't stressing about how long the heating's on for, shit like that, right? Or how much petrol costs. It doesn't affect them, right? They're not in the same type of neighborhoods that the poor in, where there's high crime and shit like that. So there's things that they ain't got to deal with. They haven't got to see. They haven't got to deal with. All right, because they've elevated themselves into a different stratosphere compared to everybody else. They don't live the same way we live, right? So therefore, pride compasses about them as a chain, right? They become arrogant. They think themselves to be better, to be smarter, wiser, whatever, you know. So therefore, pride compasses them about as a chain. Violence cover them as a garment, right? And so when they talk about things like eugenics, it's just like they look at you just like these men are animals compared to us, and we'll be doing the earth a favor if we just kind of delete some people, or if you euthanize these guys, or if you sterilize these people. They don't they're talking about destroying people, right, in very scientific and political ways, right? That most people just like, mm, like, oh, we'll support abortion clinic. It's not a problem or even a thing to them to destroy people. You don't get that. It's not even an issue to them. It's not even a moral question in their mind. Like, oh, is this good or bad? No, it's it's such a natural thing to them. It's like, yeah, there's too many of these bastards, man. They're fucking, yeah, they're a blight on the earth, man. Just get rid of them. It's making the world a bad place. That's what it's like for these guys, man. The violence covered them as a garment. Like, they'll wage war. They'll do all kinds of things. Like, you know. Now I stand up with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. Right? These men have got more than they even need. Like I said, it's hard to spend all the money that they got. These rich elites just sitting there. They got their owning lands, holding lands. Things are not even being built on them yet. There's just things are just there, ready and waiting for them. And they got, they got too much. They got too much, man. But they don't. But they also don't want to share it. They don't want to let up on the poor man. They don't want to elevate the poor man. They'd rather sack a bunch of people because it's eating into their profits. Even though this man is struggling to pay his mortgage, they'd rather sack that guy because they don't want to pay a certain amount for the labor because their profits are getting eaten at. Oh, you might only be like 10 million this year profit. Oh, hoo, man. You already got fucking 100 mil in the bank. What the fuck's wrong with you, man? Why the fuck did you need the extra 10? Or whatever, man. It don't make no fucking sense. But you'd rather put a man on the street. That's what you'd rather do. Put a man on the street. You have no fucking no what's the word, man? Compassion. The rich have no compassion for the poor, man, at all. That's why pride, compulsion, and violence cover them as a chain. They have no compassion, man. Right? It says their eyes stand up with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. Like I said, it's not, they don't care. They don't care, man. So they speak loftily. They speak proudly. Here it is that, they're out here trying to help the world, so they say, but they're here destroying people and making people miserable. It's like this has gone on a lot longer than I thought, man, but, it wasn't meant to be this long. But here we are, right? In the spirit, just going with it. All right? But we're going to close up soon. I think this is the last one, if I'm correct. Yeah. All right, so yeah, we're going to end this with Job 20 and 12. It says, though his wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. Actually, I think I want to read up with this one. This is it. Yes. All right. So, let's start with verse 4 here, right? It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short? Right? So like I said, this is their time, innit? But their time is rapidly depleting. Right? They're about to lose everything that they've stolen and extorted from people. All right? The triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Right? Because eventually it will have an end. Right? Where he will lose. He ain't going to be winning. He'll be losing. Right? Esau going to be losing real soon. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. Right? That's these Edomites, man. They're going to be destroyed and removed from the earth permanently. Right? You're going to return to the dust, from dust that thou came. Right? They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Right? So Esau's not going to be on top forever, dictating to people and mugging people off, right? If people are going to be looking at him like, what the fuck is this guy? He used to be he used to be somebody on the planet, but now we don't see him. Like, where is he gone? All right. It says, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. And the eye which which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. Pardon, right? So yet his meat in his bowels is turned, it is the gall of asp within him. He has swallowed down riches and shall vomit them up again, right? So all this thievery, the thief cometh not to kill and to kill and to steal and to kill, right? He's gonna have to give all the stuff back, right? It's not his to keep. It doesn't belong to him, and he's got it unjustly anyhow, right? So it's only right that he has to give it all up, man. The Most High doesn't allow him to keep all of that, or any of it, right? It says that God shall cast him out of his belly. Okay, you're gonna forcefully return that shit back, right? Like I said, when Yahushua returns up now with the angels, man, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna keep hold of your kingdom? How are you gonna keep hold of your wealth? How are you gonna keep hold of your life? You know, your body's not even your own, man. You're gonna be slaves in the kingdom, man. Right? How are you gonna keep hold of any of that? Your pride, none, all of it's going. Everything's going. Whether physical or metaphysical, it's disappearing, man. Right? You're losing it all. Right? All this piss taking you be doing, man. This is the price of that, man. All right. This is he shall suck the poison of asps, the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore. Right? All this, like I said, all this wickedness that you've been going on and you've been gaining from it. Okay, you're gonna have to give it back. Right? And shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Right? So you're gonna give everything back. Because you have oppressed and have forsaken the poor. Right? And this is really speaking about the Israelites. Right? But Esau, he's very he'll do this to his own people. That's why you see a bunch of Edomites out there in the street these days, man. Not just Jake and stuff like that. You got Edomites out there in the street living hard up. All right, Esau hasn't even got no compassion on his own people, right? So Esau treats everybody, not equally the same, but he treats everyone in the same type of way with disdain. They say he abhors the poor. He just hates everybody, man. He doesn't want them on the planet. Right? This is because you have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because you have violently taken away a house which he builded not. All these lands that he's occupying and built his kingdom upon, they don't belong to him. Right? He's killed and stolen to be where he is right now. Right? And so the judgment has to be fit for that. Right? So all these nations that he's destroyed and everything that he's stolen from them, he's gonna have to be destroyed, right? His kingdoms have to be destroyed, and everything that he's took is going to have to be returned. Verse 20 says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly, he shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods, right? Because you're not going to have nothing. Ain't going to be no one's going to be looking at you thinking, oh, yeah, he's looking kind of sharp in that suit or that car or whatever, whatever it is, man. Ain't going to be looking at you for nothing, man, because you ain't going to have shit. No one's going to be envying you or thinking covetous thoughts towards you, man, because you ain't going to have shit. You'll be a damn beat, broken individuals, This is in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to feed his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. Right, and that's Esau, the ultimate destruction in the land of America is these thermonuclear weapons, man. Right, that's the judgment the Most High as reserved for that man in the land of America. All right. So, but that's pretty much the video, the lesson. All right. These men, they're only gonna take the piss, man, until they're destroyed. So, we just say hurry up with the destruction. You know, because these guys are never going to do the right thing. You know, these people are never going to be about the poor or being helpful, right? They only care about themselves, man. Right? MJ already told everybody, right? They don't really care about us. They don't care. So, you know, we don't have to care either, though. We don't have to care about these dudes, man. People want to make us feel bad for hating Edomites and putting into slavery. Fuck that, man. They deserve it, right? They deserve every little bit of it, right? So, we don't care either, right? So, you know, with that, I'm gonna say shalom. Lord, when it's been edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video. So, till next time, I say shalom.